What makes Lethal Company so good? This is a question that I've asked for a long time and I think I can answer it today. But first, let's go over the basics. In Lethal Company, you and 3 other crewmates have 3 days to go to different moons to collect scrap from abandoned facilities for the mysterious company that you work for. On these moons, you encounter different monsters in and out of these facilities which try to kill you and your team. At the end of the 3 days, you go to the company building to sell your scrap to a tentacle monster behind a giant wall. If you meet the quota, then you can live another day. But if you fail to meet the quota, then you and your team are unceremoniously flung into space. Now that you know the basics of the Lethal Company gameplay loop, I can now tell you the 3 main points that I will cover in this video. Number 1 is the comedic horror, number 2 is the multiplayer, and number 3 is proximity chat. But first, let's start off with number 1, the comedic horror. For many reasons, I think that the comedic scenarios that come with the horror elements combined with the multiplayer elements of Lethal Company plays a big role in the sudden success of the game. For example, imagine that you and your crew land on a moon called Dine, and you enter the abandoned facility with an inverse teleporter, but as you look around the room, you realize that you are alone. All of a sudden, you notice a mask in the corner of the room, and as you pick it up, you can feel the raw power behind it. As you find your teammates in the never-ending rooms and halls, you refuse to tell them what you found, and as you explore further into the facility, the presence of the mask never leaves your mind. Eventually, you can't overcome the feeling of the mask, and you put it on your face, leading to your body getting possessed by it, and it causes a chain reaction leading to your entire crew getting killed. In my opinion, experiences like the one I just described are one of the many scenarios in Lethal Company that make the game so appealing to me. Which leads us to number 2, the multiplayer. Lethal Company is designed to be a multiplayer game, which is why multiplayer is so important to its success. The ability to use proximity chat in a scary situation, which I will get to later, is what gives the game its charm. Being able to hear your friends scream in terror, combined with the unique experience that the game provides, makes it a really fun game to play. The mixture of the funny and eerie parts of the average Lethal Company round really gives the game life where otherwise would be a lifeless game. In my opinion, all of those factors contribute to why multiplayer is such an important part in making Lethal Company as successful as it is. But as I mentioned in the previous segment of this video, I will now be talking about number 3, proximity chat. For me, proximity chat, which I will call prox chat, is one of the best parts of Lethal Company because it causes some really funny moments in a game that is normally pretty scary. When it comes to prox chat, Lethal Company has integrated it well into the overall experience of the game. For example, the no-eyed dogs that spawn at night are blind, so they have to use the sound made by players to hunt. This is a very good use of prox chat because it immerses you into the Lethal Company world in a way that many games fail to do. Overall, Lethal Company is a well-balanced game that has earned its success on many fronts, and if there's something that I haven't covered in this video that you think should be covered, let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!